I'm going on tour for the weekend. Or am I? See, there's two distinct sides to the live music industry. There's the original music side. That's anything from your cool house show, in somebody's basement, all the way up to like playing Madison Square Garden. The common thread connecting all of them is that usually people pay some sort of admission, buy some sort of ticket. They intended to show up and see a show, and we call those shows. String together multiple shows, or even one show where you have to travel, and I'd call that a tour. And that brings me to the other side. I don't call them shows because that's not really what they are. Most people call them gigs, cover gigs, and that's actually what I'm off to do right now. So today's Friday. I'm driving from Minot, North Dakota to a little town in Minnesota called Walker. I'll be playing in the bar at a lakeside resort there. And then tomorrow I'll drive north just a few miles, just north of Bemidji, to play another resort. And then Sunday morning I'll drive back home to play an original set actually at a festival here in Minot. 3 days, 3 gigs. Is that a tour? So I have to confess something. I've never actually been on what most people would call a tour. I've never ridden a tour bus or been flown on a private jet to play Coachella or anything like that. So I guess if that's what you call touring, then I've never toured. But that doesn't really seem right. I mean, the fundamental experience of touring, at least as I understand it, is you travel a great distance, subsisting off of gas station pizza. You spend your afternoon setting up for the gig, then you play the gig, then you tear down from the gig. If you're lucky, you have a reasonably comfortable place to crash, and then you wake up the next day and you go to the next town and you do it again. And that's the reason I wanted to make this video in the first place. I don't think everyone's even aware that these two sides exist. And the ones who are, they can sometimes get a little judgy. And I get it. Cover gigs are often pretty soulless. The audience isn't there to see music. They're there because the restaurant has good chicken wings, or the bar has cold beer, or mostly because that's where their friends want to hang out. My job isn't really to wow those people with my artistic passion. It's to get them to stick around and buy more food and drink more beer. It can be hard to reckon with the fact that these gigs are purely transactional. They're a business paying you to perform a service. They're no different than calling a plumber or an electrician. When I was a kid dreaming of someday becoming a professional musician, I can't say that I had visions of being stuck in an unlit corner at Dave's House of Crabs playing Sweet Caroline 3 times a night. I wanted to be a rock star. And this ain't it. Now, I really hope that doesn't sound ungrateful. You know, I'm not able to do this full time yet, but every year it makes up a bigger and bigger percentage of my income, and hopefully someday this will be my full-time job. But I'm also not going to pretend that it's always the most creatively fulfilling thing in the world. And depending on how you personally view that fuzzy line between art and commerce, you might even call it selling out. And honestly, I kind of agree. The most creatively fulfilling moments of my life have been the times I've gotten to play my own music for people that actually wanted to hear it. And while that can happen at these kinds of gigs, it's not the norm. And it certainly feels like a job most of the time. A much more enjoyable job than, say, selling car parts, but still a job. So we still haven't answered the big question, though. Is what I'm doing a tour? I think it is. The venues might be different, the set list might be different, the circumstances of the performance itself might be different. But the work is the same. The sound system is the same. The stage lighting is the same. Actually, I might even argue that it's more work. The sets are usually a lot longer, and at least for these solo gigs, I'm doing everything myself. Just time for the all-important idiot check. I go to all the places that I had things plugged in. My stuff is gone. All right, not the idiot this time. The reason I wanted to make this video is because I have encountered some people, both online and in real life, who kind of look down their noses at this world of cover gigs. I talked about it a little bit before, but sometimes they see playing somebody else's music as a corruption or a bastardization of art. And while I personally am more fulfilled playing my original music, I think that's a load of shit. There's art in every aspect of this, even if it's not in the composition or the creation of the original music. There's art to reimagining an old favorite song or adapting it to fit your genre, or even just to fit the limitations of your band's instrumentation. All I'm really trying to say here is whether the band or the solo artist that you see playing at your local bar has higher aspirations or not, I think we should let them call their thing a tour too.